Morning, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. It's a psychiatric, self-therapeutic multimedia project for me to solve the problems and challenges in my life, as well as a self-improvement process for me to reach the high goals and ambitions that I've set for myself and those around me. Welcome back. This is the third and final live stream today. This morning, I am a little bit late because I misprioritized my items on the task list, which again, what you see is what you get. We had 3 live streams today, 15 minutes each, separated by 10 minutes gap, back to back. And so it's a continuation of 2 sub-series I mentioned already, as well as the start of a new one named TKS. Again, what you see in the title, what you get, task, kill, spree. And we're on this kind of one of these sort of moments in my life where I'm trying to get through as much as I possibly can. Now, following up from the previous live stream, I should mention very quickly that I left off around number 15 right here. And that's this kind of task list right here on the side. So on the bottom right hand side, we covered straight through. We did a review and added some items up here in 0, 1, and 0 and 53. And then we ran through 1 through about 16 and then jumped accordingly to the most urgent things into this screenshot right here, which is 31 to 52. So 31 to 52 had a lot of physical things like garbage. Top right hand side, little blip right here. You can see my hand. Hi, right here. We have some garbage right here that I was talking about, how throwing away, how to take some of this to work, repackage it, recycle it, all that kind of stuff, all the logistical work, and then trying to clean up the mess that I had on my office desk right here. So that's basically urgent stuff that I misprioritized. And in this live stream, I also, thank goodness, this final stream, I did prioritize. I did get things in the right order. Prioritize is such a large word. Let's just say order it, all right? I didn't get things I didn't set my goals properly. The most urgent time-based things I didn't put first. Now, this is something that I did at least do right in the second live stream that I had planned. And so this is the third live stream, and what we're covering, you see in the title, titles don't matter. Titles don't matter, or they matter, but they don't matter in the same way that I used to. So we're going to get to that in a second, but we're also going to talk about relationships, kind of task list is what I really mean. I don't mean relationships specifically. I covered that in a previous live stream about 3-4 days ago. So if you want, you can just go to YouTube and Facebook and find it there. It's all there. But needless to say, I was covering obviously like people from my workplace, people from like my cousins, my friends from way back. Also, business partners, and how they all have played a role in making my life more colorful compared to what I used to have, which was nothing. In fact, what I did have would only hold me back. And that was, I'm not going to dive into too much detail on that yet. We're not at that stage of the Ahn Rho Project where I can cover my origin story or my backstory. So with that being said, why don't we just get to stuff done? So 31 to 52 done, very glad. And I'm going to remove this task list for a second here. And so you can see, again, all this kind of garbage. Hey, through, it's all gone. What I want to talk about is, of course, 0 right there. So you see in the title, it does say relationships. So I'm going to pull up one of the screenshots I had here. And this here, I'm going to move it to the side so you can see my hand at least. So 1 through 16. Do you see that 1 through 16? So you can see one has to do with my brother, one has to do with a classmate, one has to do with a science business partner, and then, this was over the maybe past 2 weeks. Sorry, I'm trying to get control, get composed, stay composed. And we have obviously New Year's and Christmas, trying to manage all these sort of maybe 16 different, maybe 8 different groups of, people. You don't want to group people up, but that's the way to manage things. If you have, 30, 50, 60 people in your life. And before I had none, or at least none that were positive, contributing to my health. So now I have all these people who I'm constantly grateful for and appreciative of, and trying to manage and maintain some of these relationships. So I had this task list, and long story short, about maybe last week, again, Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, that kind of sad, all that kind of jazz. Over at that time, I had maybe about all these lists here scrunched together. They were all kind of, written in one line, back to back to back to back to back. There were no they were not separated. They were not organized by 1 through to 16. And so what I did is I finally went through something very basic, and I just pressed the enter key and separated it all so I can individually see just a very basic task management thing that I didn't do. It was so stupid. On stream, I had this entire text wall. Instead, now I can actually enumerate and see 1 through 16 what each of those things are. And I am obviously, that's how I'm functioning and working right now. You take a look at the task list on the left-hand side, all of it is also ordered sequentially like this, I would enter a new line every time there's a new task, as opposed to having all just a garbled bunch of letters, like a text wall. And so I can get rid of this screenshot now. What I will say is that what I want to do and mention on stream as well is that I always have to check off, make sure that everything here is fine, and that all the screenshots here, that all the items here that I have actually covered before I dispose of the screenshot. So I had to type it in into Dropbox or whatever it is. That's a note-taking system. And that's that. I also have to mention, I think in the previous one right here at the very bottom, it must be, I'm not sure where, but it's important that I mentioned I have some screenshots that I want to get rid of, and I'm not sure I can get rid of it today. Yeah, I might not be able to get to it, so that's fine. But as long as I get rid of this relationship task list here, that's fine. I talked about that. So let's move back on to maybe about right here, 18. I think we left at 18. So yeah, at 17 we talked about the supplements here. So this is the stuff I'm going to bring to my workplace. Like I said, using a container that came from one of the colleagues, one of the seniors that I basically do volunteer work for. And basically I put the supplements in this gift box and I take it to work now. So that's that. Very straightforward. Put it inside this bag, and I'm going to bring that to work. Now, with that being said, we jump back to about 18 here, and that talks about system management task record. So I had to record all the tasks, and I have to, what I wanted to do, I say have to, but I get to is a positive way of looking at it. So I would like to be able to capture all the tasks, which I do right now. So I think that's pretty much accomplished. And then we go on to 18, 19. So that has to do with psychological, so mental health, control task, so pleasure seeking. So obviously there's a lot of productivity issues that I'm running into right now. I'm constantly, very verbose. I'm using words that are not straight to the point, but also just the way I do things. Sometimes I find myself spending my time on things that don't really matter. And that goes way back to my origins. Way back when I was a kid. And I still have to overcome these sort of bad habits and negative habits. And so one of the things I've noticed is I want to just blot out maybe a 10-minute time frame every morning or every other day or so, just very basic, say 15 minutes I'm going to spend here just to do something that's going to be that kind of instant gratification, just sitting down, relaxing, not doing very much productive, just recuperating and just enjoying yourself, right? Just do nothing, breathe in, breathe out, just enjoy yourself, just have a good time, or dance or sing or whatever the hell it is that you do. I don't personally participate in any of those activities, but if you have that kind of talent, go for it. Basically, I want to blot out a time for that, and that's what 19 refers to. So I have to actually go back to this task list. That's one of those things I have to get back to. Just blot out maybe a 15-minute time frame. Maybe there's something that you do, it's relatable to you. You say, every 15 minutes after or beforehand, before work, I will have this time where I just spend, reading a book or doing something that I enjoy. And that way, the rest of the day, you kind of have that kind of dopamine burst out of the way, and you can focus heavily on things that need to get done. With that being said, that's 1920. 20 is just very basic, clothing, laundry. I just have to do that tomorrow. So that's this. Right here, this is region D1, D1, D2. So D2 has a basket here. Tomorrow I have to get the laundry done and over with. Number 22 and 21. 21, let me pull that task list out here. I can't see it. So 21 says security VPN purchase. So I don't know if you guys use a VPN, but something for sure that I want to get to is obviously use a VPN and be able to, especially doing live streams. I think it makes a lot of sense, right? Just for basic security measures and so on and so forth. So I currently have a subscription to, I think, Windscribe. Do you guys know Windscribe? You can type it down if you know. Windscribe is basically another VPN provider. It's located in Canada, and so that's something that I do use, and they're very humorous with it. So they're not PC. They like to fuck around and say, so it's very interesting to have one of these companies be my service provider. Anyways, moving on to the size, that's 21, and I basically have to renew that sort of subscription to them, and so that's something I have to do a payment, budget that, add that into income tax returns, files, all that kind of stuff, get the invoice. That's what I have to do. So I have to follow up with that as well. 22, health, dental. Just brush my teeth. See, everything here is not organized, right? You can see this is one of those things I'm trying to work with every single day. Every single live stream is a constant reiteration. Think of this like a program, I'm a program, right? I'm a computer program. Think of it like that. That's not the best way, that's not the best analogy, but every single time I do a live stream, it's a constant reiteration, trial and error. After 1,000 times, you constantly evolve your processes and become a little bit better, grow, and get rid of your personal insecurities as a person, and become better and better every single day. So that's just something there. Just I would hope to not put brushing my teeth down here right next to something else like that. 23, 24, 23 is just email. So clearing about maybe 30 to 40 different spammy emails. I don't know if you guys get that kind of stuff as well. I don't know what you guys use, Gmail, something like that. And then you probably have some services, but I'm pretty sure you have it more organized than I do, that's for sure. So that's something that I had to get rid of over the past 24 hours, 48 hours. And then 24 is Project XLS, so Excel recording. So every day I do, of course, after this live stream, that's what it's referring to. I would, of course, document, of course, the title and what content was covered per live stream, and that's what 24 refers to. So I can remove that task list now, and we can move on. It looks like we have about 3 minutes left. Let's see how much we can cover. All right, so we were at 24. 24 is done. Thank goodness I can get rid of that screenshot. 25, very top here, Project Health, Fitness, Sleep. So I'm going to move over to the side here, by the way. And if you hear any sort of music, I should mention that it's a very shitty music that unfortunately I didn't have I'm just testing with audio, right? Obviously, I'm new to live streaming. But I would say this is what you should listen to. This is what I woke up to every morning. I try to add to my streams and say at the very beginning, this is what I woke up to in the morning. And this is what's been on replay. It's actually a Matrix soundtrack. But this is the best thing that I could find in the past half hour, was just this kind of a thing that's already copyright-free music. Matrix is obviously not, right? But there's, in the background, there's some sort of kind of trance music, and I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm just going to move it to the side. Anyways, I'm going to close that. We were talking about health and fitness here for a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually see if I have my spreadsheet open here. No, I don't, but basically I have one of the spreadsheets here dedicated to fitness. And so, where is it? It's not here. I should have it ready. That's okay. Right here, fitness. So I'm pulling it up right now, and basically documents the sleep times, also when I eat, how much I ate, where nutrition. So it says it's of an numerical format right now. It's just raw data, so it's not very good. I need to eventually turn this into a graphical illustration so that I can draw the feedback and analyze all of the kind of data, and automate it, most importantly, so that I don't have to spend time on this every single day. And that's basically what you see right here. The contrast is a bit heavy, the resolution's poor, but hopefully you can see that. Okay, so with that being said, that was 25. 26, Project Evolution Subseries. So I already spoke about this. This is a new subseries, by the way. Number 26 refers to the fact that I've ended the two subseries, BDMP and Aftermath, and kind of consolidated them, actually. The basics of survival, just cleaning your room and all that kind of shit, and making sure that you get enough sleep and eat healthily, so you can focus on business projects, on your relationships, on your health, or taking care of your family, whatever it is that's more important. And then I'm consolidating that with two other subseries. Item Catalog, I've been running this for about 2.5 years. So Item Catalog focuses on all the material possessions, so obviously all this kind of garbage and any devices, electronics, food, anything that's, think of business fundamentals of shipping and receiving applied to your personal life. That's basically what I do in Item Catalog subseries of the Ahn Rho Project. And then I'm combining Item Catalog subseries along with Logistical Review, which is a lot of movement. So Logistical Review, I break down the room into region A, B, C, D, and it'll be like C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, right? And then we have the location bins for all the different items and organizing our life properly, so we know exactly what we need, where to get it, and can get on with our lives more efficiently. So I'm combining Logistical Review, Item Catalog, and the previous subseries all together into Task Kill Spree, which is what you're watching right now. I see I have only about 20 seconds left, so I'm going to do a take-home message, and I'm going to end this live stream, and we'll continue off tomorrow morning with all this stuff on the left-hand side. So take-home message, you know what it is. Take care of your health, take care of your finance, take care of yourself. Make sure you become a strong, disciplined, responsible individual. I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm just practicing what I want to become so that I can actually offer something of value to those I care about. And hopefully you share this understanding with me. That being said, hope to see a better version of you as well as myself tomorrow morning in the next live stream. This is Ahn Rho. Take care and ciao.